Dear students, today we are going to discuss the Ansoff Matrix. Last time when we discussed the corporate strategy, I told you that the central part of the corporate strategy is taken by the diversification strategy. So how the company can manage a portfolio from different strategical business units. And today we are going to discuss the metrics to create the growth strategies for a company. Generally speaking, a little bit forward, today we are speaking not about the classification of growth strategy. This matrix has not an academic value, but very strong practical value. So with the help of the matrix to be discussed today, it is possible to create different business strategy connected with growth. And I'd like to begin with this lecture, today's lecture, not with the matrix, but with personality of this man, Igor Ansoff. Actually, he is a very interesting man, I would say. He is my hero because of one idea. And now I will share this idea with you. Actually, he is one of the guru, I would say, of strategic management. I'm sorry. It's about somebody. Okay. Okay. He was born in Vladivostok. He has very interesting destiny. When it was the post-revolution period of Russian history, his family decided to leave Russia and they moved to United States of America. He was really outstanding because during his life he has not one but actually three careers. He became after graduating the Institute of Technology in New Jersey, he began to work as an engineer, but he understood that it will be not possible for him to become an outstanding engineer. And the main phrase of his life was that the main idea of his life was that he wanted to become an outstanding one, an outstanding in something. And he then began to work at Lockheed Aircraft Corporation at planning department of this corporation, not as an engineer, but as a manager. Afterwards he understood that he had so many ideas that these ideas could be shared with the society connected with management. And generally he decided to enter the university, and okay, it is some students wanted to participate to our, and they are interrupting me. It is very bad. Dear students, I cannot stop the presentation for entering. I told you, if you want to enter the presentation, you have to use the link in your personal account, or please come before. It is very unpleasant situation for me that it is stopping my presentation. Okay. And when he presented the main ideas of connected with strategic management, he was allowed to work at the book, and he was free from classes for 1 year, and during this year he prepared the book Corporate Strategy, and later he prepared the second edition of this book as New Corporate Strategy, and this book is one of the Bibles of current strategic management. Actually, it was written long time ago, but nevertheless it has very strong influence to strategic management even now, and the instruments are still in use. The instruments presented in this very book. The general idea from this book is he's beginning with the process of growth. That general way of living for any person is expecting the cash influence to be in growth. What does it mean? It means that generally today I'd like to have something more compared with the period I had last time. Actually, I think I have to change this picture. I prepared this picture last year, but this year I think I have to delete the first two screens. I wanted to show this picture that initially a person is walking by feet, then he or she is using bicycle, then it is some non-expensive car, and then the person would like to have more expensive car. But I think it is a mistake that nowadays rather rich person can have this possibility to walk, to use bicycles for fun. So generally I wanted to I will change this picture. And now I understand this mistake, but actually the general idea is that for everybody we want to have more and more. And what does it mean? It means that our company has to sell more products. And only then, only in this very case, it will be possible for us to have a bigger salary and bigger bigger cash inflows generally. And having taken this idea as the basis of his research, so his idea was that any strategy for a company must be connected with the process of growth. And he wanted to analyze what is the main way to growth for a company. And generally, he created the Ansoff Matrix. Sometimes you can see this matrix as an Ansoff box. In this matrix, he tried not to classify the opportunities, not to classify, but he wanted to show, to help management to find growth opportunities. He decided to, he created this matrix. This matrix has two main dimensions. The first horizontal dimension is connected with product. So there is existing product and new product. The vertical X is connected with market, existing market and new market. And he told that generally there are four possibilities of growth. And I'm stressing one more time that he wanted not to classify the strategies, but the matrix was created just to help the company to understand the possible ways of growth. The first is the first basic strategy. We will analyze it a little bit later, but in the beginning of our lecture, I want to present the general ideas. The first is market penetration, when we are trying to sell more products, more existing products at existing market. I'm stressing that all these strategies are connected with growth. So it means that we are trying to sell more. How it is possible? The most the most simple way is to use, for example, advertising and trying to attract more customers at existing markets. Then we can create a new product, but we can sell this new product at the existing market. We can, for example, we are adding some feature to our product. Maybe it's new model of our product. Maybe it is some product which is connected with our previous products, just as a component, for example. Then it would be possible to increase market, and it is a strategy connected with market development. Market development, this means that we are trying to sell more existing products on on new markets. And certainly Usually we mean new geographical market, but not only geographical market. For example, it could be some markets connected with new age of our customers. We can add, for example, we can add a new product to our product line. It and not a new product, but we can try to sell the same product, but in another box to new customers. For example, we are selling yogurts and we are adding to every pack some stickers, some funny picture, and then it will be like the same product, but for a new age of customers, for children. And the fourth possible way of growth is the diversification. It means that when we are selling the totally new product for our company, and we are selling it at new markets. And I'm stressing that here is written existing and new, existing and new. It means existing and new. It means not generally, but for our company. It doesn't mean that the market didn't exist before our company created it. No, it just means that our company entered new market, or our company created new product, but new product for our company, because the examples when company had created a really new product are very rare. We will discuss it later when we speak about the cycle, the product cycle, but generally, I'm stressing that the company, it is for company. And speaking a little bit forward, all your company are diversified company. So all your company has a diversification strategy. So with the help of these metrics, you have to show the history of becoming a diversified company. So generally everything begins with market penetration, and then through product development or through market development, a company is becoming a diversified company. So your task is not only to create these metrics for your company, but to show this with help of the metrics how a company became diversified. So it could be like this. If the company began from this box, it should be some dates for the first business activity of the company, and then it should be here or here new dates, and here will be dates and the description of the business units which made the company a diversified company. For example, if preparing this box, this matrix for Procter & Gamble company, I would add here that a couple of years ago they merged Gillette, so they are owners, the Duracell company, the Duracell trademark, and all brands connected with Gillette. So the general idea of the strategies, I actually have presented this information, but let's present it one more time. When we are speaking about market penetration, we are trying to sell more products at existing market for existing customers. When we are speaking market development, we are trying to increase our market geographically or in some other ways. When we are speaking about product development, we are trying to provide a new product connected with the previous product by some features, for example. And when we are speaking about diversification strategy, we are trying to sell more products to completely new products to completely new customers. And today we are going to discuss the first three strategies, and the detailed discussion about diversification will be provided during our next lecture. So generally, I am stressing one more time, then when we are using this matrix, we are not classifying, but we are thinking how to increase our business. And the risk of every strategy is very different. The lowest risk is connected with market penetration, because we know everything about our product, and we know everything about our customers. So if we know everything, the risk is lower. Then if we speak about market development, the risk of market development is a little bit less than product development, because together information about new customers is easier compared with the task of creating completely new product. And the risk of diversification strategy is the highest. Actually, you can say, okay, dear professor, but last time you told us that the main task of the diversification strategy is connected with decreasing of risks, So why are you telling us that risk is high? We are speaking now about different types of risks. Now we are speaking about the risk of success growth. Yes, if a company became a diversified company, the next business activity will be connected with lower risk. But now we are speaking about the risk of becoming a diversified company. So to become a diversified company is a very difficult task. Really a very difficult task. And the next lecture, I will begin the next lecture with very interesting case, with a very interesting example. Then a company wanted to become diversified but they became a bankrupt. So here we are speaking about the risk of implementing the strategy of market penetration, of market development or market extension, of product development, and of diversification. And the risk of diversification of, I would say, not like diversification, but of organizing a diversification is the highest. So let's discuss every strategy. Let's begin with market penetration strategy. Here we are trying to sell more products at existing market, more existing products at existing market. And generally we can use some incentive to motivate our customers to buy more products. Usually all these initiatives are connected with advertising and sales promotion, to promote a product, to stimulate to buy more products at existing markets. Generally, we are trying to attract, to invite new customers, or another point, we are trying to persuade our customers to buy our product more frequently. Okay, as I spoke about the yogurt, we can try to. First of all, we try to invite new customers. We can attract new customers to say, okay, so our yogurt is so good, so if you try it, your life will be changed. Maybe you remember Activia used this strategy. Now, when setting this example, I thought about this marketing campaign, but also we can persuade our customers to buy, our existing customers to buy more products. For example, you have to drink this yogurt not 1 bottle per day, but 2 bottles per day, for example, in the morning and in the evening. So, and if you do so, it will be very healthy. It will be very healthy for you. Examples of market penetration. Actually, any advertising campaign can be seen as a marketing campaign connected, supporting the market penetration strategy, It could be, for example, inviting famous athletes, as usually company Nike does to attract new customers. Then market development strategy. In this case, we are trying to sell the existing product to new customers, but these customers can be not only in another region, but also these new customers can be in another niche of the market, in another part of the market. So, I told you it could be new geographical markets, but it could be also new product packaging. For example, as I told you, we can pack the same yogurt, but with some funny box. We can add some toy, we can add some sticker, we can add some maybe picture. And then it will be like yogurts for children. Then we can use new distribution channels. For example, we can sell some products in internet, and when selling it in by internet, it will be no matter for us the place where our future customers are. They can live anywhere and they can buy our products. And also very interesting part, very interesting strategy, which also was in use in our country, that when we are creating new market segment by different pricing. Maybe you remember. Okay, the problem is that we have normal profitability, but it is not possible for us to sell products to sell the same product but on different prices, because if it is a possibility to buy a product with a cheapest price, with a cheaper price, everybody wants to buy it on cheaper price, you know. And sometimes we can limit. We can add some. We can add some feature to let some customers to buy the product on cheaper price. For example, some companies in Kharkiv connected with table games, they have some discounts for students. And actually, it's not a problem to have this small discount as a student. But it is an example when we are selling the same product, but we can sell the same product only having prepared the new proposition. Maybe you remember the Kyivstar company, they used Juice brand, and they prepared this proposition as a brand for students. And actually it was the same not cell phones, but mobile service, but with a cheaper price. Actually, I spoke with the persons who used this service. Actually, the quality was maybe a little bit less, but generally it was also okay. So this is the example when a company tried to prepare different propositions with the same product but with different pricing. Let's speak maybe a little bit more in details. When we are speaking about new geographical markets, we are thinking how to increase our market, how to establish the new channels in the new market. Maybe you remember, and then when I had this picture, maybe somebody from you has children, and maybe you remember that on this Rostishka they used to add some stickers, and my elder daughter, she was really crazy about this and it was not stickers but magnets, and it was some alphabet, and she really loved, and she asked me to buy this yogurt, not about the yogurt but about this magnet toy. And here it is my example about Juice and Kyivstar. So they tried to sell the same product but under different sub-brand. It was Kyivstar and it was Juice. Actually, there are a lot of examples of market development strategy. For example, it could be connected, for example, with Starbucks. Then they entered new geographical markets, and they opened new stores. But actually, here is the example of another company, but actually it could be any company when it opens a new market, can be analyzed as the usage of market development strategy. And the third strategy is a product development strategy. So we have existing market, and we are trying to sell more. We are trying to sell to create some product connected with previous products, and we are trying to sell it to our existing customers. What is the benefit? The benefit in this case is that customers, in this case, they know our company, and for example, if they believe in our company, if they believe that we are providing a product with a good quality, so in this very case, maybe they will buy another product connected with our company. Generally, I had several discussions with students on practices. There is the border between product development and diversification strategy, because actually sometimes we can think about the same strategy, that it could be product development, and sometimes we can think that this is a diversification strategy. There is no strict difference, no. And we can think that something is related diversification, but another person can name it as a product development strategy. So it depends on how to name it. And I'm stressing one more time that Igor Ansoff didn't want to prepare the classification. He wanted to prepare the template, how to create the growth strategies. It was his idea, not just to prepare an article, just to, because in any PhD thesis you can find, actually in any topic connected with economy, you can find providing some classification, but usually these classifications have no value beyond the pure academic value. But this matrix is connected with practical value. So, if shortly, don't ask me what is the strict border. There is no. And this is your point of view at your company, where it was the beginning, it was the ending of product development, and there is the diversification strategy. The examples. Okay, if a company has a fuel station, and if the company wants to open a cafe at this fuel station, actually the market is existing. Yes, the product is new, but you know, this strategy is, I think, diversification, because here we are speaking not about the only drivers, but also for passengers of the car, because when we are speaking about fuel, mostly we are speaking about drivers, and when we are speaking about passengers, then we are speaking about cafe. So the cafe can be visited not only by drivers but also by passengers. And you know, if somebody drives a lot via Ukraine, you can support my idea then that when we are choosing a place to buy fuel, we want not only to buy fuel, but if we are driving about 500 kilometers and more, and I used to do sometimes these long ways trips in Ukraine. So I'm choosing not only the station with normal fuel, but I'm thinking about relaxing. I'm thinking about a good toilet, not to stand in line for a long period of time. My wife, for example, she loves coffee in Vogue fuel stations, because it's not an advertising, but they really have a very tasty coffee. So you know, so now we are speaking not only about the existing products, but so existing markets. So we are speaking about really new markets. So this strategy can be classified as a diversification strategy. But please don't argue with me if you think that it is not. So it is your completely your idea and completely your analysis when the product or then the market development strategy transforms into the diversification strategy. This is the task of your the task number 2, because if you have more than 8, more than 8 after our first task, 8 and more. You persuaded me that the company is really a diversified company. So the task is to show the way for becoming a diversified company. And product development strategies are connected usually with research and development, with assessment of new customer needs, and sometimes with brand extension. It means that, okay, when we are using the research and development, we are adding some new feature to our product. For example, nowadays the main tendency in sales phone market is usage of new materials and producing these flexible cell phones, which can be very small in your pocket, but then you can open it as even a tablet. When we are assessing customer needs, we are thinking maybe it is possible to add something to our products. Maybe it is possible to add new characteristics. And when speaking about brand extension, if actually I didn't know what was the first product under the trademark Dove, I think it is so, but I'm not sure. But then they decided to add more and more products to their lines. And actually, you can say, coming back to my previous speech, that you can say that, okay, Pavlo, but liquid soap, okay, let it be the brand extension, but the antiperspirants are totally new products. Okay, let it be so. You think that this is not brand extension, but this is their diversification strategy. Let it be. Describe it like this. And sometimes companies tries to add something to their products. Here is the two examples. For example, when Starbucks, they decided to produce, first of all, they decided to produce ice cream, and they decided to produce some coffee liqueur. And the another example is that Colgate company decided to produce not only toothpaste and toothsticks, but also liquids for teeth and some another sticks for teeth. If speaking about product development strategy, it is also can be shown at the example of Disney company. First of all, they produced cartoons, and then they began to produce movies for children. So it is the connected new product, but to the same customers. Now, please don't say me, okay, Pavlo, the Walt Disney company is the diversified company. Yes, now it is, but they began from toons and then they added movies for children. Now I'm speaking only about this small step. This step is connected with product development. Another example is connected with Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola, they changed their strategy, and initially it was like only normal Coca-Cola, but they decided to add new tastes to the original taste of Coca-Cola. And the last strategy is the diversification strategy. We will speak about this strategy next time, but I'm stressing that a company can use all the strategies of growth. Market penetration, and here is the example of McDonald's company. Market penetration. They are trying to use a lot of advertising campaign. It is advertising campaign for children, advertising campaign for adults, for youth. So there are a lot of. Product development is connected with the fact that they are increasing the number of meals can be bought in their cafes. And maybe you didn't think about it, but you know that in India it is not possible to eat beef, because in India a cow is a god animal, I would say. So but there are a lot of McDonald's in India, but they are selling products not connected with beef. So they tried and successfully they managed to prepare the propositions for this market. If speaking about market development, so they decided to open the new shops in mostly in Africa. They decided to begin with the biggest country in Africa by population, I mean in Nigeria, but also they are still increasing the number of shops in Africa. And about diversification, actually it was very surprising information for me when I found that they decided to open McDonald's hotels in Switzerland. So this is the example of diversification strategy. So actually the metrics for your company, the task for your company should be not like this. Not like this. This is like the current strategies for the company, for the McDonald's company, but your task is more simple. Here should be written the first strategical business unit, the initial strategical business unit for the company, and then you have to show how your company became diversified. Usually it is through market development or through product development, but not usual. For example, if speaking about Procter & Gamble company, they just merged the Gillette company, and that's all. So before this merging, they didn't have producing of batteries, and after the merging, they had this business. Okay, so the task is prepared. So I'm stopping my presentation and I'm answering